Hello guys, and welcome to yet another in-depth review here on NNT Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, as always behind the camera, shooting these in-depth walk-around videos for you guys. Today we're checking out a really nice little hatchback here, and it is of course the 2018 Toyota Corolla IM. Before we get started, I'd like to give a giant thanks out to Curry Toyota Scion in Watertown, Connecticut for allowing me to check out the car in today's video. If you are interested in purchasing any Scion or Toyota, give them a call, stop by, or check out their inventory online. All their contact information can be found in the description box. Alright, so to start off, we're going to go ahead and check out the window sticker, just as a little disclaimer to see how Toyota sets them up. Right over here, we're going to see all of our general information, so like your VIN number and all that good stuff, what color the car is, all that stuff. And then we also have our safety ratings over here. Since this has switched over from being a Scion to a Toyota, they haven't rated it just yet. And then we also have some fuel economy information down there as well. As you see, it's on the higher side of the fuel economy scale. We also have all of our standard equipment right over here. And our optional equipment, so the only real option we have here today is the carpeted floor mats and the cargo mat. Bringing us all the way down, we have an $895 processing fee, and our total sticker price comes out to $20,670, which I think is a pretty good deal for a pretty nice car. Now walking her over to give you guys a nice little side overview of the Corolla IM. There are 6 different color options available, and this one we are looking at today is the classic silver metallic. And the wheelbase stands at 102.4 inches. And wrapping around to the rear, we can go over some configurations. Now the IM is obviously the 5-door hatchback version of the regular 4-door Corolla, as we see here, and you can only get the Corolla in front-wheel drive. Alright, so overview of the exterior on the 2018 Corolla IM. There's a nice head-on shot of the car. We can start up front with the headlamps. Now there is a single projector bulb used for both your high and low beams, and it is a halogen bulb. You also do have some nice LED daytime running lights, and your turn signals are up here as well. Down here we have some nice sport trim, kind of mimicking an air intake. And then take a look at these body kit inserts. You can see that this car has a full body kit on it, which gives it a really nice appearance, a sporty appearance. I like the use of gloss black on the front too. It makes it look pretty mean. You have the Toyota emblem up front and center. Nothing too fancy, no parking sensors or anything like that up front, but a really good looking front end nonetheless. The hood has some subtle creases towards the edges right over here. Nice character line going down the side of the front fender too. But taking a look at our wheels, they are 17 inches. And they're pretty snazzy looking if you ask me. They have the alloy color on the face of the wheel and the dark gray pockets. Tires measure 225/45 up front, and you have ventilated disc brakes in there, 5 lugs, and it looks like all-season tires. You do have some pretty nice mirrors, so a combination of body color and the black plastic. I'll flip around the camera so that you could see the turn signal a little better on the mirror. And here's a little bit of a view of the body kit there, the side moldings in particular. And here's our door handles right there. We have the fuel filler on the driver's side. And here's our rear wheels, also disc brakes in the rear, which is nice to see. Taking a look at our roof, we have the shark fin antenna, a nice spoiler at the back. And working our way around back, we actually do have LED tail lamps, which gives it a nice accent in combination with the LED daytime running lights up front. We have the dealer badging, big thanks to Curry Toyota again, and some more body kit accenting at the back there. We have our reflectors down below too. Over here, just below the Toyota emblem, we have our backup camera, which is just a little bit offset, and then a trunk release right there. Over a third wiper, third brake light. Nice IM badging. It's got a pretty neat badge there. And we have a nice tailpipe finisher back here too, just to finish off the back of the car. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood. Alrighty, so underneath the hood we find our single engine choice, which is a 1.8 liter inline 4, naturally aspirated. It produces some pretty good power figures for this size of car. 137 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and 126 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. So that's really all you need for a car of this size. We have the intake up front, as you can see right there, and obviously the exhaust will go out the back. We have our belts over here, pretty much easy access. We have some fluid reservoirs. Our battery is up front right here, and you can even see the radiator as well. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and check out the interior. Now I find this car is very straightforward. There's not a whole lot of options. There's only one trim level, and there's only one interior color, and it is the black fabric. So it's a very simplistic car as far as options and configurations go, which is sometimes refreshing in a world where some cars have 10, 12 trim levels. Makes it hard for me to do research on the cars. But as far as our door panel goes, we have some pretty soft touch materials up here. This fabric is nice and soft where your arm's gonna rest rather. But down here we do have some hard touch plastic, so where it matters, it's gonna be soft touch. On the door grab, we have some nice piano black trim right there. We have a nice door handle. And all of our window controls, our driver's window is fully automatic up and down. We also have a lock, unlock, and our window lockout. A bottle holder over here and a little bit of storage. And what you're seeing right here is one of 6 speakers available. Alright, so moving around to the left of the dash, we have a pretty nicely styled air vent. We have all of our mirror adjustments, and you actually have power folding mirrors on this car. We also do have a front crash mitigation button. You could turn that on and off. And we have our hood release like you saw just a little bit earlier, a little dead pedal, and your normal brake and gas pedals. We have our floor mats down here. These are basic floor mats. I apologize, it's just a little bit dirty. It's winter time up here in New England, so not a lot of stuff stays clean during the winter time up here. So nice seats, definitely got enough bolsters and whatnot to keep you in. Nice fabric design with some stitching on the outside. It is 6-way manual adjusting, so you have a height adjustment right here. Your backrest is controlled fore and aft right there. And then your back and forth motion of the seat is located with that bar right there. So let's go ahead and hop in and start it up, and we'll check out the rest of the interior. So here's the key fob you get with the Corolla IM. It's got a pretty nice key fob, nice design to it. You got a little bit of chrome accenting going on, Toyota logo on the back. And you also do have a switchblade key that you need to use to start it up. But as far as functionalities, you have lock, a panic alarm, and unlock. So obviously all you need to do to start it up is just insert the key and turn it. Alrighty, so nice leather wrapped steering wheel here. We have a little bit of texturing on the leather itself, and then we have some nice stitching going on the inside of the wheel, and it's kind of like a white stitching, so it gives a nice contrast to it. Nice airbag cover with a little bit of the stitching and some accenting going on. Pretty nice attention to detail for the wheel. So over here we have some media functions, so plus and minus for your media volume. You also have your Bluetooth phone controls right here, and then changing between your different radio stations, a mode for your radio, and then also voice commands. Over here we have our trip settings. These over here are for the screen in the center, which we will get into in a little bit. We also have our lane departure warning. You can turn that on and off. And then our cruise control is routed through this little stalk right here, as in most Toyotas. Now behind the steering wheel we have pretty much all of our lighting controls, so normal lights, then we have our high beams and our turn signals as well. And over here we also have our front and rear wipers. Up here we have some pretty nice gauges, a little bit of a sporty design to them. And they're pretty useful too. I really like the screen that Toyota puts in there. It's easy to use and a bunch of useful information. But as far as our physical gauges go, we have our rev counter over here as well as our temperature gauge. Then we also have our miles per hour, our speedometer, and our fuel gauge down below. But using these buttons again, let's go ahead and check out some of the functionalities of the screen. So these are basically just our trip computers. We go to a blank screen. Over here we have our different driver's warning systems, messages, and then just some different configurations for the different drivers there. So a good amount of information in that screen. Pretty nice upward dash, feels pretty much soft to the touch. And we also have our hazards over here, and a nice little screen that gives us a bunch of useful information. So here's our sort of main audio screen right here. So right here we have all of our different presets and whatnot. We have a phone screen over here which will pop up once we sync the car over, or the phone over with the Bluetooth. We have all of our different media right there, and then our options. So general, voice command options, display options, vehicle options. That's pretty much it. It's a really nice feedback, so it's easy to touch, very responsive screen. We have a volume knob over here, and also you can see the shortcuts that I was using for the screen. This changes between this is your seek knob or button right there. We do have a dual zone climate control over here, and it's automatic, as you can see. You have just the regular off. We have our front and rear, and then our heated mirrors, defrosters over there. So I set it at different temperatures, so my setting is at high, and the passenger setting is at 81. Over here we have our fan speeds, and then over here we have our different zones, so where you want the air to blow. We also have some more settings over here for the air conditioning, recycling, all that good stuff. Over here we have a little tray where you can maybe put your phone. It goes in pretty deep. We have a 12-volt power outlet and then an auxiliary and USB inlet right there. You can also shut the tray if you don't want to see that. Now, pretty interesting over here, you have the choice between a simulated 7-speed automatic, which is actually a CVT, which we have here, or you can also get a 6-speed manual, which is awesome. But we do have the simulated 7-speed CVT transmission with us. There's no unlock lever, so whatever gear you want to go in, you just put the knob backwards. Here's our reverse camera, neutral drive, and then you can have the manual mode, which you could cycle between those 7 gear ratios. You also have a sport and normal mode, traction control off, manual parking brake, which is always nice to see. I always prefer those over the electronic ones. You have some cup holders right there. You can take the divider out to put larger objects in there. You have a nice armrest right here, which folds up. Reveals a little tray that you can lift up as well. And pretty good amount of storage in the tray there. And the top of the lid is nice and soft and stitched for your arm. You also do have a mirror up here with the manual day and night mode. You can adjust it with that knob right there. You have a sunglass holder up here, some tap lights, and then you also have some more illumination settings up there. You have a visor with a mirror and a little light that you can manually control there, and a grab handle. Very nice soft headliner too. Got a nice feel to it. Not a whole lot of give, but just a nice feeling to it. So for the next portion of the video, I'm going to go ahead and adjust my seat to a normal driving position for myself, and we're going to go ahead and check out how much room we have in the back seats. Okay, so I've adjusted my seat to my 5'10" driving position, and we're going to go ahead and check out the back seats. So, pretty nice rear door with the same soft touch materials as up front. So soft where it counts, hard down towards the bottom. You have a little bit of contrast stitching, which looks really nice. You also have a bottle holder right here, which is pretty awesome. You have your window switch, door handle, and lock. You also have a speaker at the bottom there. Just flip close my camera case, and we have some pretty nice seats back here. Long cushion towards on the bottom cushion there, but pretty nice design there. Pretty cool headrests. You could also fold these seats down like so. I'm gonna go ahead and get in and show you how much room I have. So it's alright back here. I'd say I have at least 2 inches of leg room. Width wise, it's not too bad, not cramped at all, and a pretty flat center floor there. So if you do have to put a central passenger there, they're not going to be too upset. You have a little storage tray right there for change or whatever you need. And you also have an armrest with 2 more cup holders, so you actually have 4 cup holders back here. Nice to see. Here's a nice little overview of the front dashboard there. And next we're going to go ahead and check out the front passenger space. Alright, so now that the sun is out, you could actually see the nice metallic classic silver paint here. Well, let's go ahead and hop in the passenger's seat. Checking out the door, pretty much same materials and a little bit less controls from the drivers. So you can see you have a tweeter speaker up there and a regular speaker down there. You also have bottle holder, a little bit of storage, window switch, lock unlock, door handle, nice gloss black accents. And over here we have a 4-way manual seat, so your backrest is controlled with this lever. Pretty nice seat. And then your back and forth motion is controlled right here on that bar. Now I really like the design, how the dash contours. You have this nice little white portion, this contrasting portion right there, which is really cool looking. But the dash has this really soft sort of leather appearance to it, which makes it look really nice. Now, opening the storage over here, it looks like you have a pretty good amount of storage in there. See, your owner's manuals and whatnot are in there. Good place to store them. But next, let's go ahead and see what lies underneath the trunk of the Corolla IM. So, opening the trunk is as easy as just walking up to the rear and grabbing that little rubber pad underneath the Toyota emblem. And you can lift the trunk right on up very easily. You can see it opens nice and wide to get larger items in there. And you actually have a pretty good amount of space back here, and I guess this is why you would choose the Corolla IM over the regular Corolla sedan. You have some illumination back here, some grocery bag holders, and just keep in mind if you needed even more storage, you could fold those seats down 60-40. Back here you have your cargo mat and your regular carpeted floor mats. Looks like you also do have some tie downs right in there and some more storage off to the side. Underneath here you actually have your spare tire. Let's see if I could show you guys that. And your jack is back there too. You also do have a cargo shade, which you can disconnect right over there. And you can close the trunk right on down with this handle. Now opening the lid to your 14-gallon fuel tank. According to the EPA on the window sticker, you'll get 28 in the city and 36 on the highway. And you can hang your cap right over here so it doesn't scratch your nice metallic paint. Alrighty, so to end this video, I hope you have enjoyed the 2018 Corolla IM just as much as I have. And I hope you stick with us for future in-depth reviews.